Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Sa ngalan po ng kapatid ko, si Beth at ang kapatid kong lalaki, si Frederick, nagpapasalamat ang aming pamilya sa recognition kay Colonel Silverio Tayal Lopez bilang honoree ng selebrasyon nito sa pagkilala at pag-alala sa ating Filipino veterans. The historic Malolos, Bulacan brought forth the second son among 10 children from Bulacan and the University of the Philippines at Padre Paura to pursue studies in mining engineering. The military service beckoned instead to young men like Plebe Silver to join the Cavaliers who take to heart courage, integrity, and loyalty at Teachers Camp Baguio City. Expectations, hopes, and plans for the Christmas break with families and eventually graduation were dashed when Class 1942 was among those inducted into the USAFE, from the classrooms and fields at the PMA, direct to combat units in the front lines. Silver served with the Coast Artillery Corps during December of 41-42 and as XO E Company 2 Regiment, 2nd Regular Division in Bataan. Third Lieutenant Lopez is an escapee of the Death March. To effect this daring and determined move, he carried a child and disguised himself as a civilian, incognito. His escape enabled him to continue his military service as a guerrilla major and later as a guerrilla lieutenant colonel in 1944. He was regiment commander of the M. Ponce Regiment Bulacan Military Area during 43 to 45. His military service of 30 years was capped by an overseas assignment from 1960 to 63 as Armed Forces Attaché with the Embassy of the Philippines in Saigon, South Vietnam, which also covered Laos and Cambodia. Then, in 1964-65, he served as Chief Presidential Security Unit in Malacanang during the term of President Diosdado Macapagal, and as Commandant of the Special Intelligence Training School before his retirement in April 1967. Papa, as we fondly called him, was more than a courageous man in uniform. He woke up into the darkness of early mornings to teach tennis to students and professionals, perhaps to augment a soldier's pay to take care of his growing family. More than words of counsel, he showed us the good habit of non-smoking and how to take wine for social purposes. When you are expected to be home by 6, one does not arrive home at 6:05. Papa brought us to the city library in Saigon, South Vietnam then, that we may also learn to appreciate and read books. It is not unusual for him to sit with or share meals with the military personnel assigned to him, regardless of rank. Aside from pasalubong sa food, he shares Bible passages, advice, and jokes with children and grandchildren. During a family celebration, Psalm 23 was prayed from memory. The Lord is my shepherd. He would give you a birthday present the day before with his fine and graceful handwriting expressions of love, lots of love, or affectionately. To Ennis, he wrote, "Life's treasure are people, not things." When asked what are my most beautiful flowers, I replied, my children and grandchildren. Papa chose to be buried beside Mama in place of this honorable memorial for the brave. A few weeks before the taps called him to rest, he summoned us by his bedside, and like the officer to his soldiers, he shared his final mandate, a fitting disclosure of what he named the Silver Legacy. Allow me to share some of his words. Have a balance of living, life with satisfaction and meaning. In life, be calm, cool, and collected. I wish my children and forebears to be happy, healthy, and godly, and to the current generations and succeeding forebears, to love their parents who have passed away, to remember with pride and affection. To our father, Colonel Silverio, and all Filipino veterans, we salute you.